If you get a chance to, guys, give everything a wipe down. Look, this was full of spider webs and really dirty. When someone does come to look at this bike, I promise you now, guys, it could be 150 quid or it could be 500 quid. They scrutinise it. People are just like that. It's natural. If you pop the lid and it's full of crap, I don't know what that stuff is, by the way. I'll try and scrape it out, but it's glue-like. Yeah, they'll scrutinise it and they'll try and knock you down. There's a real weird kind of game in regards to selling things. Like, people love a pound off, so you don't get away with advertising bikes at what they're kind of worth, really, or even under. The Duval over there is up for £1,200. Now I know I'm happy to take anything over 1k on that one, but as a general rule, people hit you kind of halfway sometimes and this and that, and they just mess around. So you've got to be very clever with the way you price things. Anyway, that's all kind of clean, that's all back together. Last piece of the puzzle for me is grabbing some black and layering up them two panels over there that are still grey. That won't take half an hour, but then they need to dry, obviously. The exhaust looks fine. It looks much better. We haven't got, I don't believe the side plate is here anywhere. I don't remember taking it off. And stuff like that, I'm going to leave it alone. There's no point messing with it. That's how it is. And that's it. It will be a bike that turns on the key. Interestingly, front panel there. Not sure what that looks like. I need to double check. That would make me think that there is one more panel. There you go. Look at that. One more panel. So that was well spotted. I'll take that silly sticker off. Euro 1 compliant. Wow, look at that. A 2-stroke and all. Cool. So let me grab that extra black. I'll layer that up. I think you guys can see that at the moment it's, you know, it's looking much better. If we kind of forget the front end, look at the back like that, then it's much better, basically, at this stage. Give the seat a bit of a clean in a minute, because that's worth doing. Cool. I will continue. And we'll see where we get to. I need to check the brake light switches. I don't know if they worked last time. I can't remember, if I'm being honest. I need to check that while this is all kind of drying, but I also need to make sure that black paint's down there. So we've got our basic matte black for the last 3 panels here, guys. You keep it simple. You scuff and clean the panel. I then brake cleaner it and let the brake cleaner fully disappear. Dissolve maybe. And then 2 or 3 light coats. So at the moment you can see I've just flickered it on, and that's called a tack coat. That just helps it all to stick. If it's a warm day, wait 10 minutes, do your second tack coat, wait 10 minutes, do your third, and then from there you should be able to do thick overlapping coats, 50%, and that's how you're going to get it laid up enough to be okay. Truth is, guys, when you're spraying out of cans, it's not going to be particularly thick, it's not going to be, you know, particularly amazing looking, but it will look better. If you want it to be protected, you would need a matte effect clear coat, and that will add protection over the top. This paint will scrape off with my fingernail, so you can clear coat over the top. You can get matte or shiny, of course. So there's basically 3 thick coats on each now, but I'm going to empty the can on it. It's only 500ml. There's a fair amount of fairing there actually for 500ml, so we empty the can on it basically. Yeah, I was looking at this. I might put a little nip of black just to lessen the impact, and I don't know how easy this comes off. Ugh. I can't be arsed really. Problem with this one was it wouldn't have been scuffed properly or cleaned, so look, it hasn't, the paint hasn't attached. But you have to take out all the switch gear, you have to take out the clocks. It would be worth doing that one. Let me see if I've got a different black in there. If I had a different black, it'd be probably worth doing. I mean, that one would be fine, but I'm going to use that on that. Alright, I'll have a think about it. It doesn't look good, guys, when someone turns up Just it doesn't look great. But again, for the price this bike will be in the end, it's not a huge issue either. So we got a lot done today, guys. I think to mount the mudguard tomorrow, you have to drop the wheel again. Not the end of the world, but I think it's looking pretty cool, this little thing. Look at it. Let's remind ourselves what this sounds like, this bike. It's a 2-stroke. The battery's not in, that's not an issue for now. Turn that on. Bit of choke, kick it up. Wow. Wow. God, that started well, guys. Wow. That sounds pretty good, eh? I did put a little bit of black down here just to oh, choke. I did put a little bit of black down there just to loosen up, you know, basically to tidy it up a little bit more. Same on the other side, just to hide it a touch. But we're looking good actually. Last time when I let this bike warm up properly and rode it, it rode very well. It runs, it rides, it brakes, all the lights were working. Just waiting for these to dry, which will be tomorrow I think, and then we'll chuck it all back together. Look at that, there's the old key. I feel like I need to keep that as some sort of memento. I'll pull it up in here. Cool. I believe tomorrow someone, Malcolm maybe, is coming to join me for the day, and we've got bits and pieces to do. That reminds me, I need to take that battery out. We've got bits and pieces to do tomorrow, like finishing this. That's nothing left on that. We need to get Gary's bike MOT'd tomorrow actually, and so Gary's coming down, so we'll have yeah, one of you guys, one of the old watchers and subscribers spending the day with us, which is nice. I always enjoy that. Always enjoy that, so that'll be cool. He would have come and gone before this video goes out I think, but we'll see. Yeah, let me get the battery off that Bandit because it's dead. Alright guys, that was a great run, very smooth. Sounds amazing, Gary. 1%, yeah. What, 1%? 100% sounds amazing. Honestly guys, it rides exactly like my old Bandit, except this is the upgrade. This is the next version up. And we've got Malcolm over there in the corner just from a nice distance. He's come to visit. Funny enough, look, it started raining and everything now. Hey, what we got is you're doing some nitty gritty bits on that stuff that we don't need to mess around with. The Duvel is all good to go. Me and Gary saw my new project today. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And otherwise, it's this little moped that I'm going to be working on for the next hour and a half, roughly. And it is, what do I need to do? I need to drop the front wheel, put on the front mudguard, and then like there's literally 3 fairings. So that will be fun. So let's get that pulled out if this rain doesn't get much worse.
Only problem is I don't think I can.
I love filming people on bikes. Oh, you've done it the hard way. Always the hard way. You're gonna try and hump it off its stand, aren't you? That's what happened to Naka's current bike, and there's a big dent in the tank. What do you mean? It's not heavy, I swear, it's not heavy. It just looks big. You're gonna love it. I told you it's not heavy. You'll love it. It's not powerful. It's smooth. You drop it, you bought it. He might make this his new bike. You can hear how smooth it is, Malcolm.
Yeah.
I did a lot of work on that. Look at, I think that's a good looking bike. He's been there like 2 minutes trying to start his own bike. It's hilarious.
Not today.
It's alright, no one's watching.
That would be great if you would come over and we get...
Your girlfriend just said if you get home very soon, she's got a nice dinner for you. Yes! You started your own bike. So guys, sorry, ignore Gary in the background, although he's about to start his bike. So let's not ignore Gary in the background. Let's listen to that noise. Although he likes the Honda more than the Suzuki at this stage. I told him to take it easy, guys. There's a big power difference between the Honda and that Suzuki. This just kind of potters along, and his one's quite powerful. Where were we? On this bike, this is probably day 3, kind of technically, but I think this video is probably going to be a 1 or 2, a part 1 and part 2, or maybe even all done in one. We got the panel set painted last time. And then I got stumbled, didn't I, because the front wheel had to come off again to put the mudguard on, which is so annoying. This is one of the most annoying bikes I've worked on in regards to the panel set. But I do think I know what they were doing. I think they were minimising theft. Although, let's be honest, you put your hands in there, you can smash this anyway. So I would have gone for the panel there, I think, for ease. So currently... I think we'd be nuts not to put the battery in now and check the lights, the indicators, the brake lights and everything else before going the extra mile. If for any reason we have to get back in here, then when we're taking the wheel off is that time, because it's the only way you can get into there. Malcolm, you have to take the whole fairing top to bottom off and the front wheel to get it off, just to change a bulb.
Really?
Yes, it's a pain. So yeah, so I'm going to hook up the battery, we're going to fire it up, check the main light, high beam, horn, indicators, brake lights. If that's all functional, then I'm going to continue piecing this back together, because it should be MOTable very soon. So, battery. Okay guys, after all of that, hilariously, the low beam does not work. So the high beam works. There it is. Low beam's not there. So lucky that I was telling you guys that when I drop the wheel, if we need to do anything else, that's the time to do it. So I think I need a bulb there. There's a big chance that that bulb's got one blown element. I might have a spare, I might not. This being a bike where it's so hard to change the bulbs, this is it. You've got no other choices really, unless there's a way in under the cover. I'm gonna have a little look. In life, Gary, it's nothing to be ashamed about, mate. Earlier Gary did manage to start his bike, but now he can't find the seat lock.
Is that bad?
Huh?
Is that bad?
It's pretty bad, isn't it?
Am I missing something really?
Where do you think the seat lock is?
Only way could be here. There you go. Well, you tricked me.
So earlier,
Yes,
Gary found that, and he turned it the other way, and of course it's the helmet lock.
So you tricked me, because I was like looking for some, you know.
People aren't used to helmet locks nowadays. That's it. You got it, didn't you? Cool. And sadly, Malcolm, I thought I was so busy today, mate, but I spent all morning on that yesterday. That's finished. I thought the Bandit was going to need more work today, funny enough. And then I thought we'd be polishing this up. So sorry, buddy. Got a beautiful dry one today. I bet.